examples also. Last class I was asking you the question, what type of peptides or amino acids we are using as drug? Yes, Megha, Sadia, what type of peptides we are using? I hope Dr. Syed has taught you about the different forms of chemical compounds. In the previous semester, I hope. So yesterday itself, day before yesterday, I asked you the question. So far, no answers from your side. What type of peptides we are using? Yes. For Hema Kasturiya, you want to tell the answer? Whenever I ask you some question, no answer from your side. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What type of peptides you are using as drugs? No answer. What type of peptides? Are you loaded with too many courses? You are not loaded with that much courses.
So is it like peptide-based hormones?
No, I am asking what form of peptides you are using. And everyone knows about the advertisement, glucon D. What do you mean by glucon D? What do you mean by glucon D? What is the?
So maybe the stereoisomer. Stereoisomer.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. That's what form it is. Why it is called as glucon D? Why it is not in the other form? Why do you want to use D form?
So because deforms are not essentially present in our body. It should be obtained through or diet or something like that.
Okay. So what will happen if you use other form? D means
maybe it can be digested in our digestive tract because we have that enzyme, proteolytic enzyme.
No, if you are using other form, what will happen? Why they are not? Because you are only fond of just, it is one of the examples. Glucon D, they are using D form. Why they are not using the L form? What will happen?
It cannot be reduced by glycolysis.
Huh? Glycolysis?
It cannot be reduced by glycolysis. So for glycolysis, we have to convert the glucose to the first action by hexokinase. So for glucon D, the dextrorotary isomer can be converted to glucose 6-phosphate, but in case of glucose L, it can't be converted. So it is not it can't be utilized.
Now you are taking me to a different thing. So whatever you are consuming directly, it will go directly to glycolysis. Huh?
No, sir, glucose will be degraded by glycolysis only, right?
No, then you are taking it orally. You are not taking it intravenously. So when you are taking orally, where it will go? It will go to the digestive tract. From there only it will convert everything and then only it will go. It will not go to glycolysis directly. So my question is, when you are taking the other form, what will happen? This is one of the example about glucon D. Okay, whatever the glucose you are consuming from consuming orally. Another thing what I asked is you are having different types of peptides as drugs. Peptides as drugs. The linear peptides will be there. They are giving that as a drug, a dipeptide or a tripeptide, whatever the peptide you are having. And these N groups of these peptides are blocked by some of the chemical compounds. And they are giving a particular form of peptides as drugs. My question here is, what type of forms they are giving as drug? If they are giving that particular form, why they need to give it in that form? Either it may be L or D. They are giving L or D as a drug candidate. Why they need to give that form? That is what my question. Because in future you will design some drug and everything. So what is the basic criteria for that? Okay, that is my question. Okay, now you got my question. You need to answer that question. So these are the basic things. Based on that thing, in the next class I will go towards some of the drugs which are going to have some responders and non-responders based on the mutation happening in the CYP gene. So those type of real data I'm having. I will show it in the PPT in the next class. So just to go through the question whatever I asked and try to get the answer for that. So we will continue our discussion in the next class. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So,
Yes,
so initially from the wave equation or and all the mathematical thing, we are not getting the exact solution. So in combining that with our biological system, at the end we can get a largely different answer, codes and all those things. So it may give an adverse effect. Like Human Genome Project also we are using those formula based things, that wave equation and all, but it is not giving the exact answer. It is the approximate answer. So at the end we are giving a huge amount of data, so it may change.
No, I'm not able to get your answer. What is that? Sadia, will you please repeat it one more time?
The answer we are getting after solving those wave equation for a single atom, it is not exact. It is approximate, right?
Which one? Which one is approximate?
Sir, the solution for equations and all.
That's what I'm asking. What equation you are using?
Sir, sir, Schrodinger and all, this is not giving the exact answer. It is only giving the approximate.
Equation is not an approximation. Schrodinger equation is not an approximation. That is quantum mechanics. That is quantum mechanics is almost, the errors are very less. So now, what is your question is quantum mechanics calculations are very tedious, time consuming, because for calculating the wave function for hydrogen atom is a single atom system. For calculating the wave function for the single atom system hydrogen itself, it will take a lot more time. For calculating the wave function psi, it will take a lot more time, and we are not having the computer power to calculate that. If you are having the computer power itself, it will take nearly 7 to 10 days to calculate single atom system. Wave function for hydrogen atom, it will take 7 to 10 days. And the memory, virtual memory, whatever you are using or I am using, that virtual memory, if you look into your system itself, how many GB RAM you are having. That system runs based on the RAM. That will not be enough to calculate. Okay? It's not approximate. I want to correct it. Quantum mechanics is not approximate, it's absolute. Okay? It's absolute.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yes, Sadia, tell me. It's not approximate.
No, sir. Yes, sir. I only have that doubt only.
No, it's not approximate. That's what I want to make it very clear. It is not approximate. So whatever the quantum calculation given by E is equal to mc square, that is the Einstein's mass energy equivalent, for that. So when the astronauts who are traveling outside our planet Earth, and once they are getting inside our atmosphere, they are almost reaching the velocity of light. Almost, not absolutely reaching the velocity of light, almost reaching the velocity of light. What happens? M becomes infinity, the mass becomes infinity. The astronauts who are traveling inside the space ship, they can't raise their hand itself. Okay, why? Because when you reaches almost the velocity of light, the mass becomes infinite. They can't lift their hand itself. It becomes heavy. That is one of the example of E equal to mc square. So quantum mechanics is not approximate, it's absolute. Okay, so that's what I want to make it clear. We are applying quantum mechanical calculation and we are implementing that into our Newtonian mechanics. We are applying everything because we are not having the computational powers to implement quantum mechanics into our system, that is the biological system. Okay? So I want to make it very clear. Don't confuse it. Yes, Sadia, I hope you got my point. If not, let me know.
Sir, got it, sir.
Yes, Satish Kumar.
Sir, for the question you asked for Glucon D, why we are using D form, why we are not using L form?
Yes.
Sir, the Glucon D's main role is to boost our glucose level. So, if we take the D form, it does not require any conversion. So the conversion from D to L form, and then the increase in the glucose level. If you are taking D form, the interaction between our body and the molecule, it will be very easy to increase the blood sugar level. So based upon our requirements, we are choosing D and L form.
Okay. So if you are taking L form, what will happen?
Sir, it takes more time. After the conversion, the molecule should go for conversion to L to D form. Then it will increase the blood sugar level. So it will be a long process after taking. Since it's a Glucon D energy drink, it should immediately rise the blood
So
sugar once.
if you are taking Glucon D, you can run fast. That's what's shown in the advertisement.
Yes, sir.
No, my question is, whatever you are looking at the advertisement, you are seeing and you are coming to the conclusion. My question is, scientifically, what will happen if you are taking the other form? Okay? Just think about that and we will discuss more like this. So we need to find out the application point of each and everything. Okay? Yes, any more question? Yes, Sadia, no question from your side. Is Martha
No, sir.
here?
Sir,
Any question? No question.
no, sir, I'll just look into the answer for the questions that you have asked, sir.
Yeah, just think about that and we will continue in the next class. Okay? Thank you.